Bombshell news this morning out of Minneapolis, where Autopsy reports on Renee Good blow the lid off the Trump administration's lies about the fatal shooting of an unarmed U.S. citizen. We all know what we saw, and this autopsy proves that Kristi Noem, Todd Blanche, and Pam Bondi are criminally involved in a cover-up of Jonathan Ross's illegal actions. In fact, 6 U.S. attorneys have now resigned in protest over the cover-up, and Tracy Mergen, an FBI supervisor in Minneapolis, has also resigned after getting pressure from the Trump administration to abandon an investigation into Jonathan Ross. I'm going to show video of a former DOJ prosecutor breaking down the stunning results of the autopsy. So hit that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you the kind of media content and analysis that corporate media refuses to conduct. We all saw it with our own eyes. Video footage showing this turd of a man, Jonathan Ross, fire into the vehicle of an unarmed woman who was turning away from him. He fired head-on and then 2 shots from the side. And you want to remember that based on the autopsy results. 1 shot head-on and 2 shots from the side. Kristi Noem couldn't get in front of the cameras fast enough to tell an unending stream of lies. That Good had been harassing ICE all day, that she boxed in ICE, and that she had used her vehicle as a weapon against Ross. Videos confirm all of that is Noem engaged in cover-up. Then Todd Blanche refused to investigate and went on TV to tell this ridiculous lie.
The only person not being investigated for the shooting of Renee Good is the federal agent who shot her. So is the FBI conducting an investigation into that agent, into the shooting? What can you tell us about that? Will it be made public?
Look, what happened on that day has been reviewed by millions and millions of Americans because it was recorded on phones when it happened. Okay, the Department of Justice, our civil rights unit, we don't just go out and investigate every time an officer is forced to defend himself against somebody or putting his life in danger. We never do.
Actually, Todd, yes, you do. Every time law enforcement shoots a civilian, there is an investigation. But nope, not this time. They are content to lie and cover it up. Well, Renee Good's family had an independent autopsy performed, and the results blow the lid off the Trump administration's lies. Former DOJ prosecutor Christy Greenberg gives the chilling details of just how out of control Ross's actions were and how he fatally shot Renee Good. Watch.
Renee Good's family released an independent autopsy report. Good suffered 3 gunshot wound paths, as well as a superficial wound from being grazed by a bullet. 1 gunshot struck her left forearm. It was not immediately life-threatening. 1 gunshot wound entered her right breast without penetrating major organs. It also was not immediately life-threatening. 1 gunshot entered the left side of her head near the temple and exited the right side of her head. This appears to have been the shot that killed her. In my view, based on the gunshot wound path, this kill shot to the left side of her head must have been either Ross's 2nd or 3rd shot through that left side window, not the first shot made through the front windshield. Ross was clearly standing to the side of the car when he fired the shot that killed Renee Good. He was not in immediate danger of death or serious injury when he fired the shot that killed her.
Now here's the important detail that Greenberg had mentioned earlier so she doesn't make here. The laws governing excessive force require law enforcement to justify every shot they fire. Even if you run with the government's lies that Renee Good was using her vehicle as a weapon, Ross's first shot could theoretically be justified. But that's not the shot that killed Renee Good. The shot that killed her came when Ross was on the side of the vehicle, out of the theoretical danger of the vehicle as a weapon. Only the shot from the side could have struck her in the side of the head and penetrated laterally across the skull. Renee Good was unjustifiably and illegally fatally shot by Jonathan Ross. She is both a martyr and a test case. Precisely what the Trump administration is testing here is whether or not they can get away with murdering civilians, whether they can normalize lying to us about murdering civilians, about the government carrying out murder on citizens and not having to go to jail for it. But this also raises the question about Keith Ellison, the Attorney General of Minnesota, who is quickly becoming the Merrick Garland of Minnesota. Ellison now has an autopsy report and a mountain of video. Why doesn't he arrest Ross on state charges? For those of us who are frustrated about justice for Renee Good, one thing to keep in mind: there's no statute of limitations for murder. Jonathan Ross is walking around today, but one day he's going to be locked up with his buddies, Kristi Noem, Todd Blanche, and Pam Bondi. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.